I'd like us to cross over to Mombasa County, where the annual Judges Colloquium kicks off today with Chief Justice David Maraga, who is expected to officially open it. Now, South Africa's Chief Justice Morgan will issue the keynote address. Now, let's cross over to Mombasa County and listen in, because I understand that Chief Justice David Maraga is currently addressing the judges who are attending that meeting.
This year are the cases which are more than 5 years old pending in our courts. We have put together plans and made arrangements to have service weeks in various stations. And I'm assured that we are able to clear this backlog by the end of this year. I want once again to call upon all of us to redact ourselves and make sure that we clear these cases by the end of the year. Besides these station-based initiatives, there are many judiciary-wide initiatives that hold great potential for enhanced efficiency. We recognize, for example, that technology can play a key role in bringing justice, in bridging the justice gap. That's why I put the judiciary transformation framework and sustaining judiciary transformation so strongly emphasizes the use of ICT, having recognized its potential in enhancing justice. We have, for example, put in place an ICT policy and drawn an ICT master plan. This makes it clear what everyone's obligations are and the procedures to be followed to ensure safe, effective, and the use of ICT. Fellow judges, as you know, the Constitution also provides for alternative forms of dispute resolution, including reconciliation, mediation, arbitration, and traditional dispute mechanisms that should be promoted. Indeed, not many of us know that many of the disputes that our people experience are resolved without coming to court. Research has shown that there are other avenues outside the courts that Kenyans use to address conflicts. The Constitution is alive to this reality and has called upon the judiciary to facilitate access to alternative forms of justice delivery. I therefore urge all of us to encourage parties to employ these alternative methods of conflict resolution, not only because they are comparative, but also due to their potential to enhance effectiveness and the delivery of justice in our country. Indeed, I'm happy to report that a lot of work has been done towards enhancing access to justice, ranging from improvements and expansion of our court infrastructure to enhanced individual accountability. We now have a robust accountability scorecard for each court station, as well as performance evaluation for individual officers. A reward system for well-performing courts and judicial officers have been developed, and in my administrative decisions, as the head of the judiciary, I have already conferred recognition and rewards to some of the stations and judges and magistrates who performed well in the last performance management and measurement reports. This policy will continue. We are committed to pushing this agenda relentlessly despite the emerging challenges. Key among them a commercial break. hold it for a while. We will definitely need it. We are committed to pushing this agenda relentlessly, despite the emerging challenges, key among them being the severe budget cuts in the current financial year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made a statement on this. I don't want to belabor the point. You saw it in the media, and we have quite a few challenges that we are going to meet. It is shocking, it was shocking to the Judicial Service Commission, and to me in particular, that we could be given 50 million shillings for development. That includes repair charges and other things. I have received complaints from quite a number of you for having not even provided them with cars since their appointment. Some of you have very old cars which are breaking down all the time. We have those complaints, and we have raised that. When we were doing the budget, we came up with a budget of about 31 billion shillings. But you have seen from the media what we were allocated at the end of the day. For apart from recurrent expenditure, and of course paying our salaries, we are left with very little to use in our operations. Sometimes we ask ourselves quite a number of questions, and wonder whether some people in this country realize the importance of the judiciary. I say that because the judiciary in any country, in any democracy, plays a key role in the security and economic prosperity of the nation. We are not asking for a budget equal, for example, to the Ministry of Education. We are not asking for a budget, for example, equal to the Ministry of Health, that of the Ministry of Health. We are not naive to do that. We know that the country requires a lot of resources in those ministries and others. But surely, the country should realize, should know the importance of the judiciary and allocate us the resources we require. We are taking up the matter, and I believe that we are going to resolve the issue. And I want you to bear with us. I want you to bear with us in the difficult times we are operating in as we try to resolve this issue. I'm convinced that the authorities concerned will see the importance of funding us so that we are able to move on. Let me leave it at that. Let me leave that issue at that. We are engaged with the other agencies, and I believe that the issue will be resolved. So, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with us in the difficult circumstances.
All right. Those are live pictures from Mombasa, where judges are currently attending a conference, a judges' conference, and speaking there. The person who's still speaking is Chief Justice David Maraga, and he's raised pertinent issues in that conference. Of course, he's talked about, judges encouraging petitioners in court to seek an alternative way of resolving disputes that are presented in court, because of course concern has always been there that there's so many cases in court, and these cases the backlog of cases in court can be reduced when parties agree to have an alternative how to resolve their disputes in a different way. And another major issue that the Chief Justice has also talked about is the decision by the Treasury to actually, reduce the budget, the amount that's being given to the judiciary. And of course, Chief Justice David Maraga, right, they're saying that the judiciary is not requiring a lot of money. They just need money that will enable them to actually run their daily operations at the judiciary. Remember, when he raised the concern some time back, the Chief Justice said that a number of projects, the judicial projects, cannot be completed. The courts that are being built, it cannot be completed because the money that has been allocated to the judiciary is not enough. Hence, the reason as to why he's urging Treasury to allocate more funds to the judiciary so that it can be able to conduct its operation without any hindrances.